Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports Gaming. This video, I'll be pulling no punches in what I'm going to be saying here. I don't care who it offends, but this video has to be done because I don't like when I hear things in boxing over and over and over again, because when I hear something over and over and over again, I tend to believe it's true. And if that's the case, then yeah. So let's talk about it. Let's get this off. And let's talk about one beast from the East, Anthony Yarde. I like Anthony Yarde. I like Tunde Ajayi. Got no reason to hate either of them. Got a lot of love for Anthony Yarde, man from the ends, as they say. And Anthony, if you're listening, I hope you hear my message and I hope you take it into deep consideration. Anthony Yarde is a guy that didn't have no Olympic background, right? Didn't win no big honors as an amateur, and joined with Tunde Ajayi. And with Tunde Ajayi, they were able to get the big fight against Kovalev and earn a lot of money in doing so. In fact, reportedly earned more money than most pro fighters that have actually had Olympic careers and great amateur pedigrees. And since then, you know, he had the loss to Lyndon Arthur, a fight that I said Lyndon Arthur had the ability to beat Yarde if he didn't get past the jab and he didn't learn from the Kovalev fight. So here we are now in 2021. The last time I heard of Anthony Yarde, he was talking about changes. And, well, those changes, some people calling for Tunde Ajayi to be leaving Anthony Yarde. Other people would jump on the Matchroom bandwagon and say that Yarde should go to Matchroom. Let me tell you something now, Anthony, straight up, man to man. And if I was in the gym, I'd tell him straight to your face as well. You're not Anthony Joshua. You're not Kell Brook. You're not them guys. You're not Amir Khan. You're not any of them guys, right? And those guys have been served up, and you'll get served up the same way. I don't understand it. People say, "Oh, I go to Matchroom, I'll get better promoted." Yeah, you might get more exposure, but you're on a fast track to getting yourself knocked out and your career in tatters. At least with Frank Warren, he'll protect you. I can tell you exactly what would happen if you go to Matchroom. They'll either serve you up to Callum Johnson, or they'll serve you up to Joshua Buatsi. That's what will happen. There'll be no more of these easy picking fights. You might get one gimme fight, but then you're going to have to dare to be great, which means you're going to have to fight. And you're not going to have the come up that you may have had with Tunde previously. You may even have to leave Tunde as your trainer and have to go with one of the Matchroom trainers instead. And there'll be this big thing, new trainer, bright, exciting career. New things are going to happen. And, you know, the typical I call them the Matchroom hopefuls, because they have to be hopeful to keep believing this garbage hype train that fighters, when they join the Matchroom, progress their careers and do well. Yeah, they might do well financially, but their health's always at risk because they're always a fight away from daring to be great. They're always a fight away from getting absolutely smashed to bits. A fight away. And how many fights have we seen over and over and over again for you to understand? If you go with Matchroom, this is what's going to happen. Nothing personal. Look at the track record. They just don't know how to manage fighters. Everyone's daring to be great. Everyone has to take this fight. It's not about the fighter. It's about how much money they can make off of you. And that's what it's about. And people don't want to hear it. I couldn't give a damn. To be honest. The fact of the matter is, if you join Matchroom, you may get a good promotional deal, but you will be fast-tracked. You will get fast tracked so fast. You thought the Kovalev fight was a fast fight. Don't worry, you'll be facing Bivol. You'll be facing Boatsy. I mean, you'll be in with all the killers of the light heavyweight division. They may even stick you in T to move you up to heavyweight. Nothing is surprising. Stick you in cruiserweight division. Nothing surprising. But as soon as you move to Matchroom, good, that's your career. Kiss goodbye to your career. Kiss goodbye to the golden years you had with Frank Warren. I'm telling you now. The same thing I said about when Josh Warren signed with Matchroom, and we all know how that ended now. I got a whole heap of stick from people who didn't know what they were talking about. And they usually run for cover when things go wrong. And literally, again, we have a situation with Matchroom. Josh Warren joined Matchroom. Yeah, it's a great thing he joined Matchroom. Fantastic he joined Matchroom. Yeah, he's with the best promoter in the world. Okay. What happened to Josh Warren now? Where's Josh Warren's career now? Huh? I don't see any of you going to pick up the piece of his career. So, yeah. Go and chase the money, mate. Chase the money and look to try and secure. You might get 1 or 2 fights. You might be able to secure your career, but you might not be able to spend it well because of the way they kamikaze matchmaking. And you're nothing special. Do you know what I mean? They've done it to Anthony Joshua, and you're no cash cow like Anthony Joshua. So think a little bit before you leave Frank. Just think a little bit. Yeah, Frank might be this or Frank might be that. And Frank did what he did with Dubois, but remember Dubois, there was a 5-year deal that was signed before that happened. So Frank could take chances with a younger fighter. You're not a younger fighter, you're a little older. You understand? Not a good move. I keep hearing Yarde's going to move to Matchroom. It's not Matchroom hating. It's just I've given you the reason why. And for Yarde's career, it's probably better that he stays with Frank. For his long-term health in his career and rebuilding. In this COVID situation, particularly now, you'll get fast-tracked. You'll get fast-tracked. He'll probably fighting for a European title in a fight or 2. Yeah, but that's progressive. No, it's not, because he has to iron out certain things in his technique. He has to iron out his technique. So you know what's going to happen. You get fed to Boatsy or Callum Johnson, one of them 2 light heavyweights. You'll get fed to them. Getting fed to them means that there's nothing going to be in your favor. I'm telling you, you're not going to have the golden boy treatment that you got with Frank Warren. And you will understand that in the ring when you've been told, not being asked, being told you have to take this fight. It's a typical Matchroom line from the Matchroom Supremo. You have to take this fight. You have to take this fight. If we're going to promote you, you have to take this fight. Daring to be great. That's the sort of nonsense that fighters have to listen to. And they swoop it all up just for a little bit of TV time. Okay. Well, you go ahead, Yarde. You go ahead. You go ahead and thinking that you're going to get the same golden boy treatment. Who are you now? You got no belt. You got no belt. Lyndon Arthur just put you behind a jab and put a jab on you. You haven't got past the Kovalev issues. So what? Is this also going to be the case if you now going to have to depart for Tunde Ajayi? Say what you want about Tunde Ajayi, but him and Frank protected you. Now you're going to really find out what it's like to be a lion in a whole open field of fellow lions. And trust me, there you're going to find out. There you're going to find out how much you can fight. I'm telling you. Don't say I didn't warn you all. Don't say I didn't say it. Don't say I didn't say it. A lot of people in this boxing world, they smile and say, yeah, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. Won't think it up. And then when things go wrong, they disappear and hide for the covers. And they go back by in the cave. I'm telling you as it is now, it's not a good move. And you keep hearing this rumor, Yarde's going to leave. Changes need to be made. What changes need to be made? Your technique needs looking at. You need to learn how to get past the jab. If you couldn't get past the jab when you were under Frank, why are you going to get past the jab now being under Eddie? It's not the promotional outfit that's going to sort that out. That's a technical issue between you and your trainer. Oh yeah, of course, Beterbiev as well. Beterbiev's looking for fresh meat, so hey, you can fight Beterbiev as well. Eddie has his best interests at heart. Usyk is his next fight. You all know it. That's what it is. I mean, Matchroom is exposed for what it is. Fast track to hell. That's what it is as a career. That's what it is. You know, you don't have much of a career. Once you join Matchroom, you don't have much of a career because you get fed to the lions. Poor matchmaking and no interest in a fighter's career. And just excuses afterwards. So that's what it is. You heard me say it here. I don't care. Done business anymore. So it's up to you, Yarde. It's your career at the end of the day. But if you think you're going over there as some superstar, forget it. You're going to get treated. You'll find out when you sign the contract, then you'll see what it's like. Wait for the deal to be great. Listen to other fighters. Go around and listen to the other fighters who've been beat. You know, you're smart enough, kid. Go around to the other fighters. Bet you go and sign with someone like Sauerland. You better go and sign with Sauerland or pick yourself up and go to America and sign with PBC. You'd be more smarter to go and sign with PBC. At least they look after their fighters for the most part. They look after their fighters. That's what would be a smart move for you to do, Mr. Yarde. Sign with PBC, become a PBC fighter. Do you know what I mean? If you want the work, go and work with PBC. And I think PBC would be good for Anthony Yarde. I think he would suit well with their promotional outfit better than being fast-tracked by Eddie. But you know how much people know about boxing and how much attention they pay to things when they can see the signs. See, if you see a doctor, for example, you go to a doctor's surgery and you see 10 people walking out of the doctor's surgery and they all come out of doctor's surgery and they all look worse when they come out of the doctor's surgery. And they'll tell you the same thing. You're still going to go to the doctor's surgery afterwards. I mean, that's just nonsense. Absolute nonsense. So Sauerland would be a good move, or PBC would be a good move. Not Bob Arum. Too many issues with Bob Arum. Go to PBC. You're never going to have to worry about PBC telling the world that you're a waste of an investment or you're losing money on you. Shocking thing a promoter would say. So unprofessional. So, yeah, go to PBC or go to Sauerland. You know what I mean? Or even, this may sound bad, yeah, but go and sign with Steve Goodwin. That'll humble you a bit and go back to fighting in small hall shows and learn to get your technique sorted. Then come off of that, I fought Kovalev and come back down to reality of you need to really work on your technique. That's my suggestion. You understand? That's my suggestion. Or maybe even you end up going to sign with MTK Global. Who knows? But I don't know. I don't think the Boatsy fight's that bad. I mean, his style is there to beat Boatsy because Boatsy's open to straight right hands, and Yarde does throw a good right hand, and Boatsy's open to the right hand. So I don't think Boatsy's anything great. I've said it already. So it's technique up to scratch for that particular fight and the game plan right. Frank wants rid of Tunde. It's clear to see. Yeah, but okay, Tunde goes. Right, he gets to the Tunde. That still doesn't. You take Tunde away from Yarde. That could be an integral part of Yarde. Will it be a good thing or a bad thing? I'll tell you one thing. Tunde's been the one that's probably got Yarde the money that he's made so far, and the deal with Adidas. I don't think Frank would have done that deal. It would have been Tunde that did that deal. I think that's a good deal for Yarde. It was a good deal for Yarde. But yeah, I thought from what Tunde said to me, him and Frank have a very good relationship. So I don't know. It's not my business. Ultimately, it's not my business what's going on between Tunde and Frank. But Yarde better keep his ass with Frank. Yarde better keep his ass with Frank about going off to new pastures and Matchroom. Right, that's my thoughts on that. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think Yarde should go to Matchroom? And if so, why do you think he should go to Matchroom? Just for promotional reasons? Yarde should stay with Frank and get Callum Johnson fight. Yarde wants to keep away from Callum Johnson. Callum Johnson will knock Yarde out if he's not careful. Because Callum Johnson can hit with either hand. He is a genuinely world-class puncher in the UK. A genuine world-class fighter. You need to stay clear of Callum Johnson. Stay well clear of Callum Johnson. Stay well clear of Callum Johnson. You know what I mean? So, and BWTM wants to stay well clear of Callum Johnson as well. If Callum Johnson can get 2 fights in shape, I'd stick Callum Johnson in a heartbeat with BWTM. No problems. Easy work for Johnson. Because of the punching power that Johnson carries. And the fact that BWTM's got a shocking defense. A big puncher versus a guy who can't block punch, who can't slip punches. Disaster for BWTM. I keep saying it. BWTM needs to change his trainer. I don't know how many times I've got to say it on this channel. Anyway, repeating myself. Eddie is the Grim Reaper, sending all his fighters to the slaughter, all for the zone and nothing else. Well, at least somebody in the room can see the light. Yarde in the States could be big. Yeah, he could be big in the States. I always thought David Hay would be great in the States. I think they missed a trick there. Yarde could do great in the States, but he'll technically have to improve in some things. So. You know who Yarde should go with if they're going to get rid of Tunde Ajayi? Yarde should go with Floyd Mayweather Sr. Floyd Mayweather Sr. or maybe Roy Jones Jr. Because just to finish off, my good friend Isaac Chilembe more or less beat the crap out of Fedor Chudinov a couple of Saturdays ago. I just wanted to mention that. And I could see a lot of the Roy Jones moves within Isaac Chilembe. What a performance he put on. Masterclass. I don't know how Chudinov got a draw in that fight. He got his ass well and truly outboxed. Please do go back and have a look at that fight. I'll have to do a post-fight on that as well. And I've got to do an interview with Isaac as well. That would be a good fight. Yarde versus Isaac Chilembe, a light heavyweight. That would be a good fight. A very good fight. Right. Let me get my ass out of here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, hope you've enjoyed the little burst of videos, of boxing videos. Hope you've enjoyed them. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments as always. I'm out.